That was utterly and completely exhausting. But she's up. So good, hey? Woohoo! And pick up Jim, the other crew member. Good morning. It's like 5:30. Emrys is still asleep, so I'm not talking too loud. But first night on anchor was really good, but I'd forgotten how noisy boats were on anchor, with like the chain clunking and, you know, ropes pinging and dinghy banging against the side of the hull. But it felt really good, really, really good. I'm excited to get moving today again and raise the sails for the first time. Alright, I've just tightened the all the bolts on the shaft seal in here before we go again, since it's been running for a little while. We motored our way out of the little bay of Golfito into the larger expanse of the Gulf of Dulce. A large area much more forgiving on a boat and captain that haven't sailed together for almost a year. Bye, Golfito! Ever so slightly more to our right, just a little. So basically we move this halyard back here to the front of the sail and it lifts it. So I think you might have to put it in gear and go, oh my goodness.
Want me to take over?
I think I'm nearly there.
Really fucking close, like a foot off the top. You're like a foot.
Yeah. Woo-wee. I need to get my fitness back. Well, that was utterly and completely exhausting. But she's up.
Well done.
And all in all, it didn't go up too hard. I'm a weakling, but it went up nice. And you should be able to go pretty fast with it. It'll be hard, so when you're ready, you can start. I made a slight error in not untying the starboard line to the furler, but thankfully we fixed it quickly and we had a much easier time when I realised. My bad. It's been a while. Alright, now she'll fucking move. I was like, the thing seems to be moving nice. It's a bit easier. You're not locked off, so you have to go around to take it off. Go around once more. So go around again, and then up, yep, up and over. Yep. There you go. There you go. Alright, if you just leave it there for a sec. And if you don't mind coming and steering, it's going to feel pretty different. Let me just get this up a bit. So if you try and stick on about this bearing, which is like 210-ish.
Yeah.
We're sailing!
Get it!
Woo!
Wind power.
I gave all the equipment a good check over, and all the hardware and running rigging seems to be doing what it's meant to. So because there's not much wind, it's kind of enjoying being ballooned. Like if there's, you can tighten it way down, but it seems like it's kind of liking this at the moment, so. Yeah. You are officially sailing, Emrys. You are steering a sailboat that is only under sail. I'm very excited to be sailing. And basically we're heading kind of to the port side of Porto Jimenez at the moment. And then as we get a little closer, we will tack and then hopefully be able to sail into it a little bit, or at least for a while. I'd like to keep the sails up for a while. But we're actually getting like 2.5 knots, which for this area, like with the wind the way it is not so bad at all. We're actually getting a little wind again now. It's stopped for a while, but we're sitting like, oh, it's gone down. We were sitting on like 2.5 knots at one point. There we go. Alright, we just tacked, but we're not getting a lot of wind anymore, so we're not going very fast, but we'll sail for a little longer. We haven't made it that far past Porto, it's just over there. And Porto Jimenez is still way over there. But yeah, it's been nice to sail, and we might have to motor at some point soon, I suspect. But it's felt really good to have the sails up and nice to know everything's actually working how it should. And the secondary captain seems to be working quite well at the moment too, which is good even under sail. See that nice line in the water rippling off the sail. We're actually getting a bit more wind again. Dolphins! Woo! I hope they come play with us, that would be nice. If you do that, I'll kill the engine. Oh, there's one in front of us, Emrys. Come up front. He's right here. Where did he go? There's a megapod here. We need to keep an eye out for the baby, but there's a big megapod here, so. Whoa, they're jumping. One just came up in front of the boat. Oh my gosh.
You dolphin!
Look at those babies go.
Yeah!
Oh, there's one below us. Look here. See? Oh, that's a bottlenose. He's hanging out with the pantropical. So these little fellas are the pantropical, and he's a big bottlenose, so he's like hanging with a different crowd. He might come up. Woo, pretty boy!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah! Dolphin!
Hey, little babies! Oh, mi amores!
Dolphin! Yeah!
They like it when you go fast.
Yeah.
Look at him playing. He's a big fella, this one. Look at the size of these two boys. Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, oh!
Yeah.
That's so cool that they're all playing together. Oh my god, there's so many of them, Emrys. It's a fucking megapod. Whoa! Look at them all. They're everywhere. So good, hey? Woohoo! It's going. Yeah, I know. It's like so close. Look at that beautiful kite fairly done too. Very nice spell. Look how that's going to match up and cover every inch. Oh, perfect.
Perfecto.
That's it. Yep. You've already been sailing. You're a sailor,
I'm
I
a
would
sailor.
say. All right, so we're in Porto Jimenez. It's a hard anchorage because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of boats around. And basically what happens here is, like, where these boats are lined up is like 25 meters and where I am is 3 meters. So it's just gets shallow really quick. So it just kind of limits your anchoring positions because you're either anchoring in really deep water and then you're having to put out a lot of chains, so you've got to be really far away from all the other boats, or you're anchoring in shallow water and then you're right next to a lot of other boats and the water's very shallow. So anyway, I think we're in an okay position. Donna Gier over here is maybe a little closer than I'd like her, but it's okay. We're gonna go for a swim and maybe tomorrow go into town. I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out as we go. Yeah. When you appreciate the sunset, not because like of its beauty, it's like goodbye sun. Thank God I don't need to see you for 12 hours. Alright, we've come to Porto Jimenez. Gonna get some more gasoline for the dinghy and pick up Jim, the other crew member. Maybe get some food and have a look around. I'm gonna give you the new giant big one. It's like a mega scraper. I'm gonna use the little one and do the prop, I think. The main part. We're going underwater. So, although we cleaned Chuffed's bum only like, must have been 3 weeks ago, there's a lot of growth. But it's really interesting because one side's much worse than the other because of the sun, so I'm going to show you guys how it looks.
Look, it's a swamp thing. Untangled her thing from her head. Now she's a human again. Good stuff.
I need to keep cleaning, but not now. We tried to take the dinghy into shore because it seems like there's like some people over there on shore and that. And it wouldn't run properly. And I think there is a fuel leak in here, which doesn't seem to be leaking now, of course, but we'll see. Kill switch isn't playing a role because I don't use it very often. I'd had just about enough of engines, so decided to let her be for the night, a job for future Sheridan to deal with. Alright, Jim, Emrys and I are going to go to a snorkel spot. It's only like a mile away, so we're just going to anchor there, anchor up and snorkel and then come back. We're having to go on either side of the low tide because we have to go over some rocks to get to it, so we'll be keeping a lookout for that. But for now, we'll lift anchor and motor on over. This is basically, see how the chain's a little loose? It's so that if in a storm, rather than pulling on the chain, you pull on this rope first when it gets really tight and it can come up. This is to come up, and that's to go down. And then you let it come in again. And you grab this and pull it back a little bit so that like the chain kind of does this, and you kind of can then push it over into this side and then to this side and then to this side. And because if all this piles up underneath, it gets caught in here and then you've got to kind of neaten it out. So come in a little. No, so he'll start turning out.
Yeah, so start going out.
Nice driving, Em, as always.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see him. A big bottlenose, huh?
Yeah.
We'll let the boat steer itself for a sec. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's a bottlenose. Good spot, Jim. I'm going to motor a little because he might try and come and hang at the front if we motor. It's already running. We anchored up quite away from shore to avoid the reef and rocks that run along the shoreline. A wave was already breaking over the exposed area of reef. The anchorage felt like a real tropical paradise, with no people for miles around. We decided we'd swim out to the reef and check it out. Up a little bit. It's not too bad, but we were considering sailing, but because Emrys has to catch a flight, we don't want to take too long, so we're just going to motor on the half hour back and yeah, chill out there for the afternoon, and then he'll get his flight at 4. I couldn't face looking at this yesterday, but I've taken the fuel tank off. You can see where the leak is. I'm going to look at it today. So I don't think these little gaskets were sealing very well. I think there was some gasoline leaking from around there. I also want to give the carburetor a little bit of a check over as well, and then I'll put it back together and see how she's going.
Look at that. That's right.
Look, there he is. Bye, Emrys. It was amazing having Emrys on board, and with Jim staying on for the next few months, I'm so excited to keep Chuffed moving, exploring, and helping animals in new and exotic locations. If you haven't already subscribed and given the video a like, please do so, as it really keeps Chuffed afloat. And follow the link to become a patron for extras, or just to learn more about what I'm doing. Until next time, stay chuffed, everybody.